Seattle, Washington, where the rain falls heavy and karma falls heavier. A silver Audi driver decided red lights were merely colorful suggestions for people without places to be. And what unfolded in the next 60 seconds became a masterclass in why traffic laws exist and what happens when you convince yourself they don't apply to you. This isn't another near-miss compilation or clickbait thumbnail. This is documented evidence of the exact moment arrogance meets an unmarked police cruiser at an intersection. And the cosmic timing is so flawless it feels like the universe personally arranged the entire encounter. The footage captures everything in excruciating high definition. The calculated decision to run a solid red light, the legal turn through a clearly marked no turn sign, the smug acceleration thinking consequences exist only for other people, and then beautifully, perfectly, instantly those red and blue lights painting the wet pavement and the colors of accountability. But karma isn't dissatisfied with just a traffic stop. What happened next involved an expired registration discovered during the citation process, an outstanding warrant that made the driver's fast drain of color faster than their bank account was about to drain, and a tow truck that arrived with almost comedic timing to haul away the vehicle that its owner suddenly called in to illegally drive. Traffic enforcement analysts have used this footage in training seminars about the cascading consequences of traffic violations. The video has generated over 18 million views and sparked thousands of debates about whether traffic cameras prevent rule breaking or just document it. You're about to watch entitlement dissolve in reality, one violation stacking onto another until the weight becomes unbearable. Quick question before we dive into this karma goldmine: where are you watching from right now? Shout out your city in the comments. Whether you're dealing with Boston traffic, cruising California highways, or tuning in from anywhere else across the globe, I want to know you here. And if you believe people who blatantly break traffic laws deserve every consequence they get, absolutely annihilate that like button until it can't take anymore. Your support helps these crucial lessons reach drivers who desperately need to see what happens when you play stupid games with traffic regulations. Let us watch the prizes get distributed. Intersections represent civilization as the attempt to organize chaos through mutual agreement. Red means stop, green means go, yellow means prepare to stop or suffer. Simple concepts that kindergartners grasp, yet some drivers approach these rules with the philosophical flexibility of people who believe those are really just aggressive suggestions that don't apply when you are running late or simply don't feel like complying. Our Audi driver belonged firmly in this latter category. The dashcam footage captures a busy Seattle intersection during evening rush, pedestrians crossing, vehicles moving in coordinated ballet, everyone following the choreography except one silver sedan approaching from the south. The traffic signal transitions through its cycle. Green to yellow, the critical warning phase where responsible drivers assess stopping distance and make safe decisions. The Audi, positioned approximately 60 feet from the intersection when yellow appears, fast is a straightforward choice that any driver's education student could solve it. Begin braking safely and stop before the line. Instead, the engine authorizes acceleration, not deceleration. The driver's foot moves from hovering over brake pedal to pressing gas, committing to running this light with the confidence of someone who has gotten away with this maneuver 100 times before. It asks that learned behavior pattern where repeated rule breaking without immediate consequences creates false security and escalating risk tolerance. Why stop when nothing bad has happened yet? The light turns red a full 2 seconds before the Audi enters the intersection, not a borderline cause, not a split-second judgment call, but a blatant, unambiguous violation captured from multiple angles, including the city's traffic camera positioned overhead. Cross traffic begins moving on their green light, forcing those drivers to brake defensively as the silver projectile barrels through on borrowed tin. Horns erupt in protest, a pedestrian jumps backward onto the curb, and the Audi driver, probably feeling that familiar rush of beating the system, accelerates out of the intersection completely unaware that karma was sitting in an unmarked Ford Explorer at the adjacent gas station, watching everything unfold with professional interest. Here is a fascinating aspect of rule breakers: they rarely commit just one violation. Breaking rules becomes a mindset, a pattern of thinking where each successful transgression embodies the next, creating escalation spirals until reality intervenes. Our Audi driver demonstrated this principle perfectly by immediately following their red light run with an encore performance that added layers to their impending consequences. The intersection featured clear signage, Oxido nítrico right turn 4 p.m., 6 p.m. in bold letters, impossible to miss unless you were actively avoiding looking at them. The reasoning behind this restriction was obvious to anyone paying attention. Heavy pedestrian traffic during rush hour made right turns dangerous during peak crossing times. It was currently 5:23 Polícia Militar, well within the restricted window, yet the Audi's right turn signal activated immediately after clearing the intersection. Not a moment of hesitation, not a glance at the posted signs, just smooth entitlement flowing from one violation directly into another. The turn executed with practice suggested this was routine behavior, a regular shortcut in the driver's daily route where rules were obstacles to navigate around rather than guidelines to follow. Though Audi cut the corner slightly, Tiers briefly crossing into the oncoming lane before correcting, adding an improper lane usage violation to the growing list. Each action individually might warrant a warning from a lenient officer having a generous day. Combined, stacked, documented on camera, this was rapidly becoming a very expensive few seconds of poor decision-making. The unmarked police cruiser that Ford Explorer that had been observed at the gas station now put smoothly the traffic to vehicles behind the Audi. No lights yet, no siren, just a predator calmly tracking prey that remained blissfully unaware of being hunted. The officer inside was probably running the plate already, standard procedure before initiating stops, and what the computer search revealed was about to transform a routine traffic violation into something considerably more consequential. Karma was gathering ammunition, and the magazine was fully loaded. Red and blue lights erupted behind the Audi like fireworks celebrating stupidity. That distinctive pattern alternating flashes designed specifically to penetrate even the most oblivious driver as awareness painted the wet Seattle streets in the unmistakable colors of consequence. The Audi's brake lights flared immediately, the driver's foot slamming pedal in the universal or shared response that transcends language and culture. You can track the panic through vehicle behavior. The initial hard braking, the slight weave suggesting trembling hands on the steering wheel, the overcorrection when pulling toward the curb. The sedan came to rest in a loading zone, ironically adding another violation to the collection, though at this point one modded ticket was like worrying about a paper cup while your house burns down. The driver's silhouette visible through the rear window showed frantic movement, probably reaching for documents, checking mirrors, running through mental inventories of what might be expired or outstanding. That nauseating cascade of delayed realization about decisions made and chickens coming home to roost simultaneously. The officer approached with practiced caution, flashlight scanned the vehicle's interior, positioning himself slightly behind the driver's door, standard tactical positioning that keeps officers safe during unknown risk stops. The driver's window descended, and even without audio, you can read the interaction through body language. The officer is a stance, professional, authoritative, completely unmoved by whatever explanation or excuse was being offered. The driver is gestures, defensive, apologetic, the universal pantomime of someone trying to talk their way out of documented violations. License, registration, insurance, the ritual exchange of documents that every driver dreads during traffic stops. The officer accepted them, returned to his cruiser, and began the process that would reveal why the stop was about to escalate from annoying to catastrophic. Computer systems don't lead, don't negotiate, don't care about sub-stories. They simply report facts, registration status, warrant status, license validity, and those facts were about to detonate like landmines buried in bureaucratic databases waiting for exactly this moment to explode. 7 minutes passed an eternity measured in dashboard clock digits and mounting dread. The Audi driver sat motionless, probably cycling through the stages of traffic stop anxiety. Hope that maybe the officer would issue a warning, fear about potential finish, calculations about insurance at impacts. What they waiting to preparing for was the officer returning with backup. A second patrol car pulled in behind the unmarked cruiser, and that's when smart money starts panicking because additional units don't arrive for routine traffic violations. The officer approached again, this time with document in hand and body language that had shifted from professional courtesy to official authority. The conversation that followed, captured on the officer's body camera later released through public records request, revealed the catastrophic Cascade our driver had stumbled into. The red light violation, $136 fine standard. The legal turn, another $186. But those were appetizers before the main course. Registration expired 8 months ago, $529 fine in Washington. And the peace resistance an outstanding warrant for failure to appear on the previous traffic violation from 6 months prior. Watch the driver's reaction visible through the window, shoulders slumping, head dropping forward in defeat, hands rising to face, and the universal gesture of "thought my life just derailed us completely." The officer's instructions were clear and non-negotiable. Step out of the vehicle, hands visible, turn around for uncuffing. This had transformed from traffic stop to arrest, and the team took a computer to cross-reference databases and reveal a pattern of ignoring legal obligations until they compounded into inescapability. The backup officer secured the vehicle while primary officer processed the arrest. Miranda rights delivered on a rain-slick Seattle street, the Audi sitting empty with hazard lights blinking like a lighthouse warning other drivers away from these particular rocks. A tow truck summoned when the warrant had arrived with depressing efficiency. The driverless vehicle, their means of ignoring traffic laws and court dates, was about to spend quality time in an impound lot accumulating daily storage fees. Decision change and their points. The red light run saved maybe 45 seconds. The legal turn shaved perhaps 30 seconds off their route. 90 seconds of efficiency purchased through rule breaking had just generated $851 in traffic fees, arrest and booking fees, impound and towing charges starting at $375 plus $75 per day storage, bail amount to be determined by the court, mandatory court appearances requiring time off work, insurance premium increases that would cost thousands over the next 3 years, and the piece of resistance, a criminal record entry for failure to appear that would haunt background checks indefinitely. The mathematics of consequence rarely work in the rule breaker's favor, but people convinced of their own exceptionalismo struggle with basic arithmetic until reality forces a remedial lesson. Our driver received a comprehensive education delivered in the back of a police cruiser while rain drummed on the roof and their vehicle disappeared onto a flatbed truck heading for impound purgatory. The officer's dashcam captured everything. The initial violations, the stop, the arrest, the tow, a complete documentary of cascading consequences that began with thinking red lights were optional. Social media discovered this footage through public records requests, and it exploded across every platform, where instant karma content thrives. The comment sections filled with sedenfried, cautionary observations, and thousands of people tagging friends who drive like rules are suggestions. Traffic safety organizations requested permission to use the footage in awareness campaigns. Driving instructors added it to their curriculum as a case study in compound violations and consequence escalation. The silver Audi, once a symbol of its driver's status and independence, became a prop in a viral morality play about why society needs rules and what happens when individuals decide that their convenience outweighs collective safety. The vehicle sat in impound for 3 weeks before its Jason owner completed all requirements for retrieval, accruing $1,575 in storage fees on top of everything else. This incident distills instant karma to its purest essence. Actions carry consequences, violations compound exponentially, and the universe maintains detailed records with excellent filing systems. The Audi driver's journey from red light runner to handcuffed arrested took less than 15 minutes, proving the justice does not always move slowly. Sometimes it is sitting in an unmarked cruiser at a gas station, watching you incriminate yourself in reality in high definition. The cost analysis is brutal. 90 seconds saved versus thousands of dollars spent, tens of hours lost to court and bureaucracy, years of elevated insurance rates, and permanent internet infamy is a teaching tool for what not to do. Traffic laws aren't elaborate pranks designed to annoy drivers. They weigh agreements we make to keep each other alive and traffic flowing efficiently. Breaking them might work 90 minutes, but that 100th team costs more than any team savings could ever justify. Smash that like if this delivered your daily karma fix, drop your city in the comments, and share this with anyone who treats traffic signals like suggestions. Remember, red lights are stop signs, not starting lines. Stay legal out there or become the next viral lesson.